It's the moment that some of you have been waiting for. Festivities are in full swing in Mthatha. That's where the EFF is hosting a ceremony to give thanks to Abathembu King Dalindyebo. We can find my colleague Sipha Gema. And this is the moment, right? So there is a gift that is about to be unveiled. Sipha, what are we seeing and hearing?
Yes.
Back, please.
Hello and welcome to it. If you're just joining us, these are visuals from Mthatha in the Eastern Cape. The EFF is hosting or has hosted a ceremony to give thanks to King Dalindyebo. A little bit earlier on, we heard from President of the EFF, and there he is in full shot with members of his team as well as Inkosi Dalindyebo. Let's just bring in my colleague, Sipha Gema. Sipha, what is happening there?
Well, as you can see right now, we do have the EFF's CIC, Julius Malema, and he's about to actually make the big unveil of the gift that we have been talking about since the morning. Here it is, what now has been branded as a German horse by the former chairperson of the EFF, Dalindyebo. You can tell, if you can see the look on the king's face right now, he is excited. We see that the CIC actually has the keys and is about to hand them over to the king right now. He's about to hand, and we also have the deputy president of the EFF joining in as well. And here is the king receiving his gift that he had announced the weekend just before Elections Day. You can see the CIC handing it over now, and I mean the look on his face, very excited, as many had actually questioned that, will this even happen, Dudu? As you can see right now, this has happened. He is actually now about to open for him to come in. He is close to tears right now, Dudu, and I'm sure you can see right now, he is excited. He is very excited about his gift. Let's just try to get in, just hear what exactly he's saying. Let's just try and get in what he's saying. There he is, getting his wife, the Queen, to come in as well and join him inside this brand new gift. Let's hear what he has said. Let's just listen in, maybe. How are you feeling, Kumgan?
I'm feeling brand new.
Just like your car.
Feel like a multi-millionaire.
Just like your car.
Just like the car.
You are happy?
I'm very happy. It's way above what I expected. This is something else. What a wonderful surprise. So grateful. I've been placed on top of the world. Thank you.
He's about to start now the car, hooting his gift, of course. The EFF delivered his brand new German horse, as referred to it by the former chairperson of the EFF, Dalindyebo, saying that, of course, this is not a bribery. This, of course, is custom, as other kings have also been presented with gifts before. And this is to honor the king of Abathembu. As you can hear, saying that he is grateful. You can hear even by the excitement in his voice and the emotions as well, showing gratitude as well, and also a disbelief of some sort as well, that finally the car that he actually had announced himself that is coming is finally here. We can also hear some of the chanting and singing, and that means that many of the things are excited. That means that many of the people are actually excited right now. So he's coming out now. You're going to have to bear with us just a bit. There's a bit of pushing, so please do mind the unsteady visuals right now. But I'm sure you can see, Dudu, for yourself. The king is elated. He is excited and also in disbelief.
No, you have to put on the pedestal and then start it.
And there they are. They're going to start it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to take him a picture?
There we go.
I feel more like a king now. There is no better way of being a king. There is no better welcome than this. This is the best. I'm so grateful. I'm the happiest man in the world. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And those are the words, of course, Dudu, coming from the Kumkani Yabatembu, saying that he is so happy and excited. I mean, you can just also see the excitement from the people as well surrounding the car, congratulating the king on his gift as well. Everyone wanting to see him inside, everyone trying to get a look of the car as well.
And Sipa, this is, well, way more than the van that the king was bemoaning a little bit earlier on in his speech. I mean, he did say that he is with the EFF for a particular reason, and that is because basalwela umhlaba.
Well, that is true, Dudu. He did say that, saying that, of course, the relationship between himself and the EFF actually started before the EFF was officially formed, when it was still an idea in the minds of the CIC as well as the Deputy President, Floyd Chivambu, saying that this is not just about, elections or trying to buy his vote. This is not some form of bribery. He also said that if then South Africans are saying that this is a bribery, then that means the ANC is also guilty of bribing him. He mentioned, of course, making reference to when the late former president Nelson Mandela gifted him with a bakkie as well. He says then that should also be considered a bribery. He also went on to say, Dudu, that one of the presidents actually bribed him with prison and incarceration. And of course, I think we all know which president, which era that was, of course. He also said that it's not just about the EFF only coming to visit him in jail in 2016, also coming him to try and convince him to eat when he was on a hunger strike. Also not because when he was unwell, they came to visit him and they actually raised a concern where then he received medical assistance. It's because of the ideology of land that the EFF has brought forward and also included in their manifesto. As you know, Tutu, this is the EFF's main theme, saying that they want land now.
Perhaps just let's use this moment for you to give us, just a quick introduction into the traditions of amaXhosa. As the EFF president noted a little bit earlier on that, back in the day it was a cow. Today it's a luxurious German vehicle. Abu Mama that we just saw behind you, with imvubu there. I failed to find the English word at the moment, but why is it significant that a king should be revered?
Well, of course, Tutu, as you mentioned, that it was announced and said inside that as a king he is given gifts, of course. Let's take a look at, you mentioned that the history with Ikumkani, more specifically where we are with Abatembu. Now, ordinarily, according to tradition and culture, a king is also gifted, especially if you're going to visit the royal homestead. You don't come empty-handed. That is the tradition to, Zulus have that same tradition as well. We saw over the last few months as well, the new King Misuzulu, who was gifted by the Premier of KZN when he came to visit him, did not come empty-handed. Even Advocate Dalindyebo mentioned this, saying that President Cyril Ramaphosa himself, when he went to Kwanongoma, he went there with 5 cattle. He did not go empty-handed. So that is exactly what the EFF are saying they're also doing, respecting tradition. Now, it starts with a cow, of course. Cows, as we know, back in the day, they were a form of value, and what is being replaced by money right now. That was what was used, of course, as a form of trading. And then he says also that horses then later on, when horses started to come in, during the time of colonialism, horses started to come into South Africa. That's when kings were also gifted of horses, which is why he referred to this particular car as a German horse, because it is, of course, a German vehicle. So he says now, of course, time has evolved. We also heard one of the chiefs saying that time evolves, tradition, culture also evolves. As you see today, that is why he has been gifted with a car rather than being gifted with only just cattle or a horse. Obviously, we don't use horses in this day and age. But also, just to also remind you now again, Dudu, is that, I mean, there was a lot of talks about why Ikumkani was specifically focusing on X4s and X3s when he was making the announcement about his new car that he was going to get from the EFF. Well, it's because he was given by the provincial government, that's COGTA to be specific. They had given Ikumkani an X4, which he actually returned, saying that he did not feel that this gift is for him, is for someone of his caliber and magnitude, it is not for him. And of course, other internal squabbles that he has with the current leadership. So he said that they should take it back. He also mentioned, Dudu, that he was actually given a bakkie by the former late President Nelson Mandela, as I mentioned. He says that, by Patrice Motsepe, who gave him a Tejuan. He says he actually took that Tejuan and gave it to his father-in-law because he did not see it fit and right for him to have a vehicle when his father-in-law did not have one. So he says now he finally has a car he can call his own. It's not a borrowed state car, it's his own car.
And then the next crossing will probably take a look at the lay of the land and take a look at some of the roads there in the Eastern Cape. Sipha Gema, thank you.